Hello students, good morning to everyone. Today we are going to see the continuation for the lesson 3, that is the periodic classification. Periodic classification, that is the topic name is periodic trends in the properties. What is meant by periodic trends? What is meant by periodic trends? That is we are studying about the elements atomic radius and ionic radius, ionization energy, electron gain enthalpy and electronegativity. We are studying the atomic radius, ionic radius, ionization enthalpy, electron gain enthalpy, and another one is electronegativity. So we are going to study that is what is meant by atomic radius. What is meant by atomic radius? This is the one atom, right? This is one atom. This is the radius, the distance between the nucleus and the outermost shell, that is called as radius. So that is called as atomic radius. The distance between the center of the nucleus and the outermost shell containing, that is called as this is called as valence electron. What is valence electron? The outermost shell electron, that is called as valence electron. This is called as nucleus. The distance between the nucleus and the outermost valence electron is called as atomic radius, that is R. So in this atomic radius, how to calculate the atomic radius? That is called as covalent radius. What is meant by covalent bond? So what is meant by covalent bond? 10th standard you have studied. What is covalent bond? What is covalent radius? Before going to that, what is covalent bond? Sharing of two electrons. So that is two electrons sharing one electron. So this is one atom. So this is another atom. That is one hydrogen atom. This is hydrogen atom. This is hydrogen atom. Sharing the two electron to forming the hydrogen molecule. This is one electron here, one sharing. This is another electron. So that is called as covalent bond. So what is meant by covalent radius? How to calculate the covalent radius? The distance between the two atoms, two radius, distance of this is one radius, this is one radius, this is another radius. It is one of the internuclear distance between the two identical atoms. That is called as covalent radius. What is meant by covalent radius? That is internuclear distance between the two identical atoms linked together by the single covalent bond. That is called as covalent radius. So that is the distance between the, that is called, the distance is called as, this is one is R, this is another, that is two nuclear distance, that is the 2D. So how to calculate the atomic radius, covalent radius? Say for example, so here one example is there. So how to write the example? That is the internuclear distance of chlorine molecule. They already given chlorine molecule internuclear distance 1.98 Armstrong. This is the internuclear distance. The covalent radius of the chlorine is calculated. How to calculate? So what is the internuclear distance between the one chlorine atom? This is another chlorine atom. That is already given how much? That is radius of one chlorine atom plus radius of another chlorine atom. That is called as that is why I am writing here. This is one radius, this is another radius. So what is the internuclear distance? Radius of one chlorine, radius of another chlorine. So how to calculate again? So dCl again Cl equal to 2R, that is 2RCl, that is 2 radius. So again we want the radius of this atom, radius of one chlorine atom. So internuclear distance between the Cl and Cl divided by 2. So what is the value given here? That is 1.98. So that is 1.98 divided by 2. So that is 0.99 Armstrong. So this is the radius of one chlorine atom. So that is the covalent diameter 198. So this is the radius of this one atom of chlorine. Okay. So how to calculate? How to calculate the covalent radius? So that is the internuclear distance between the two atoms, that is called as covalent radius dCl or Cl plus Cl. So 2RCl. So we are adding the two things. So RCl is equal to dCl divided by 2, that is 1.98 divided by 2. RCl is equal to 0.99 Armstrong. This is called as covalent radius. So this is the overlapping of the two atomic orbital, that is the internuclear distance. The covalent radius is always shorter than the atomic radius. The covalent radius is always shorter radius. Another one is, so the covalent radius of the integer atom can be calculated using the internuclear distance. Suppose this is the two identical atom, right? This is the two identical atom. We can calculate like this. So suppose two different heteronuclear atom, internuclear distance between two atoms. So how to calculate? This can be calculated A minus B equal to radius of A plus radius of B minus, that is 0.09. What is XA? That is the electronegativity of A and the electronegativity of B. So XA, the electron, what is XA? XA, XB or the electronegativity. Electronegativity. So and this is the another one calculation. So that is, suppose this is the two identical two identical atom of radius, the internuclear distance of the two radius, we can calculate like this. But here, that is heteronuclear atom, two different atom, we can calculate like this. So this is the internuclear atom. So next we are going to see the metallic radius. What is meant by metallic radius? What is metallic radius? The distance between the two metals. So that is called the 1/2 of the distance between two adjacent metal atom in the closely packed metal lattice. So that is the internuclear distance between the two metal atom. That is called as distance between the adjacent copper atom, solid copper. So again, how to calculate the copper atom of the adjacent copper atom? Example, adjacent copper atom. The distance is 2.56 Armstrong. The metallic radius of the copper, how to calculate? 2.56 divided by 2 equal to 1.28 Armstrong. So what is the meaning for that? What is metallic radius? It is the distance between the 1/2 of the difference between the internuclear distance of this metal. So that is called as metallic radius. Next one is, what are the periodic trends in atomic radius? So atomic radius, how it will calculate it? So periodic trends, what is meant by periodic trends? Periodic trends. What is meant by periodic trends? Say for example, I am taking the first group elements. What is first group elements? I am writing here. So what are the first group elements? Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium. Okay. So right, this is the first group element. So what are the atomic number of this first group element? So what are the atomic number of the first group element? So what is lithium? Lithium atomic number is? Lithium atomic number 3, sodium 11 and potassium 90, rubidium 37, cesium 55, then francium is 87. This is the first group element. So what is meant by periodic trends? How to varying in the group and the period. Periodic trends mean in the periodic table from the group and the column. How it will vary in the group and the column. What is mean by group? The vertical column is called as group. So what is mean by periods? The horizontal row is called as periods. Okay. So here see the number 3, 11, 19, 37, 55. From the left, the top to bottom, the atomic radius increases. What is the reason? Suppose the lithium atom is like this. Okay, the atomic number is 3. So the size of the atom, this is the 3. So that is 1.5. That is atomic number 3 means that is 1.5. Now that is sodium is 11. So the size will be increases. So again we are coming to 87 means the size of the atom will be increases. So that is increase of the atomic number. The atomic radius is also increases. So that is the atomic radius. The francium is 87. So the atomic radius is also increases from the top to bottom. That is in the vertical column. In the group, the atomic radius increases. Okay, because the atomic number increases. So atomic radius increases. So the next one is what is meant by in the periods. What is the period? What are the elements present in the periods? The first group element lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, then nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and the neon. Okay. So these are all the elements. This is the period. This is the first period. Lithium 3, beryllium 4, boron 5, carbon 6, nitrogen 7, oxygen 8, fluorine 9 and neon 10. Okay, this is the atomic number from the left to right. So how it can be calculated? Suppose the atomic radius size will be decreases. So what is the reason? From left to right, the atomic radius, top to bottom, that is in the column, in the group, atomic radius increases because atomic number increases. So here, that is left to right, that is lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. So the atomic number, say for example, is the second period, right? That is the lithium, these are the second period in the periodic table. So here, this is the 3 electron. So 3 electron, how to write? 1s2 2s1. Then 1s2, this is 1s2 2s1. Then 1s2 2s2. Then 1s2 2s2 2p1. So likewise the electronic configuration. So the electrons are added. This is 3 electrons. So here that is 3 electron. So here next one is 4 electron, then 5 electron. The electrons are added in the same subshell. So see the reason, the atomic radius decreases in the periods. What is period? The horizontal row is called as periods, right? The atomic radius decreases in the periods because the electrons are added in the same subshell. So what is the reason? More nuclear charge, that is the attraction between the nucleus and the outermost electron. So this is the atom. So the electrons are added in the outermost shell, the more attraction with the nucleus and the outermost shell. So that is the reason more nuclear charge, the charge of the electron increases. So the atom will attract towards the nucleus. So the electron increases means the attraction between the nucleus and the outermost electron is also increases. The size of the atom is shrink. So that is the reason. So atomic radius decreases from the left to right. So okay, so this is the understanding concepts. The next one is what is meant by effective nuclear charge. So I already told the attraction, nuclear charge will be increases. So what is meant by nuclear charge? Next topic is what is meant by nuclear charge. What is meant by nuclear charge? The net nuclear charge experienced by valence electron in the outermost shell. So that is nuclear charge by valence electron. The charge of the valence electron experienced by the outermost shell, that is called as, that is net nuclear charge. That is important question. Net nuclear charge experienced by valence electrons in the outermost shell. Outermost shell is called nuclear charge. So what is the effective nuclear charge? That is the effective nuclear charge represent is a Z effective nuclear charge, Z minus S. What is meant by Z? Is the atomic number. What is S? Is a screening constant. What is meant by screening constant? The inner shell electron acts as a shield between the nucleus and the valence electron, that is called as screening effect. So what is the reading? So again I am writing here, that is sodium 11. This is the atomic number of sodium. Okay. So how to write this element? So here, how to write the electronic configuration here? That is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. Right? So how to draw this structure? This is the 1s. How many electron is there? Here only 1. Right? So again 2s. This is 1s orbital. This is 2s orbital. Here also 2 electron. 2s orbital. Then 2p6. Right? 2p6, 6 electron. Here 1, 2. Okay, 6 electron is there. That is 6 electron, 3ps. Then next one is 3s1. 3 is only 1 electron here. According to that, we will draw the diagram. That is only the 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and the 3s1. So here, that is this is the this is K shell, L shell. This is next one is M shell. So K, L shell. So L shell containing 8 electron. This is 2, 8, 1. This 6 electron is act as a shielding of the valence electron. So that is, this is the nucleus, right? The nucleus is prevent the screening of this electron. So that is the reason. So less attraction with the nucleus and the outermost electron. That is, it is act as a shield between the valence electron and this is called as nth shell. Nth shell is called as valence shell. Valence shell. This is called as n-1 shell. That is called as penultimate shell. Penultimate shell. Okay. So first you understand that this is all basic thing. This is the nth shell. This is the n-1. This is the penultimate shell. This penultimate shell is act as a screening between the nucleus and the outermost electron. So that is the reason it is called the screening effect. Okay. So that is Z is the atomic number and S is the screening constant. Okay. So next one is using this which can be calculated the Slater rule or described below. So next one is how to calculate the effective nuclear charge using this Slater rule. What is meant by Slater rule? So the effective nuclear charge can be calculated using the Slater rule. So what is the first rule? First you write the electronic configuration, rearrange it by the grouping and ns, np orbital together and separately. So what is the meaning? First you write the first rule is write the electronic configuration. Write the electronic configuration. Okay, electron configuration. Write the electronic configuration, that is called the Slater rule. First time, so first you arrange the electronic configuration. How to grouping that? That is 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 3d, 4s, 4p, 4d, 4a. Okay, how to arranging this? This is the K shell, L shell, this is M shell, this is D orbital, this is again 8. This is the grouping of this element. First you write the electronic configuration, then grouping the element. That is the K shell. This is N shell, n-1 shell. You can according to that you grouping that element. After then, suppose identify the group in which the electron is interested is present. So which one is going to effective nuclear charge? So which one that identify that electron position. Suppose the electrons are identified the group denoted by N, the last electron is denoted by N. Okay, last electron. So the shield and extend the value unit of this value, that is 0.35 unit charge. So again, however it is the 0 unit for the 1s electron. Suppose the nth shell last electron is there, the unit of the nuclear charge of the S value, that is the screening constant value is 0.35. So second one, shielding of the inner shell electron. So that is, this is the nth shell. Inner shell electron, that is n-1 shell. n-1 shell means the value of the unit is, that is 0.85. Okay, so this is the nuclear charge. Each electron after the n-, this is nth shell, n-1 shell, then after n-2, n-3, up to remaining all this value, the unit of the nuclear charge value is 1. Okay, unit of the nuclear charge. Unit of nuclear charge. This is also unit of nuclear charge. This is screening values. Okay, this is 1. So the using this value belong to the F for each electron left to the group electron intershield to the extent of the, suppose d orbital, F orbital is present in the shielding effect, the values is also 1. So after then you are adding all that value, that is called the screening constant or screening effect. Okay, so first you have one example. I am giving one example how to calculate that screening constant. So calculation, the effective nuclear charge 4s electron, effective nuclear calculation, effective nuclear charge, effective nuclear charge of 4s electron. Okay, effective nuclear charge of 3d electron in scandium, 3d electron in scandium. Okay, so how to write this? That is the 4s electron. We are going to calculate the 4s electron of effective nuclear charge. So scandium atomic number. What is the scandium atomic number? Scandium, that is the solution. First you write the, what are the first rule? You write the electronic configuration. How to write the electronic configuration? What is the atomic number? So atomic number is 21. Okay, so atomic number is 21. How to write? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, then 3p6, then 3d, 4s2, 3d1 and 4s2. Okay, this is the electronic configuration. So next step is you grouping. We can rearrange that electron. So that is here 4s2, 3d1. Okay, this is the way you are writing the electronic configuration according to that rule. Okay, so how to rearranging that electron? So that is first one is 1s2, right? Then 2s, 2s2, 2p6, right? Then again 3s2, 3p6. Then again here the 3 unit is there, so that is 3d1. Then again finally is the 4s2. Okay, so this is the 4s2 electron. So now this is the grouping. So how to grouping? This is the nth shell. This is nth shell. This is called as n minus 1 shell. This is n minus 2. This is n minus 3. Okay, first you grouping that electron. So valence shell, penultimate shell, so ultimate shell. So this is the way you are balancing that number. Okay, so next one is how to calculate that value, number of electron in the group. So nth shell, how many electron in the nth shell? Only 1 electron, because we are going to calculate the last electron. Here how many electron is there? 2 electron is there. We are going to calculate the 4s electron. The effective nuclear charge means it is the last valence electron. So that is only 1 electron. After leaving 1 electron, how many electron present in the nth shell? That is only 1 electron. Okay. So what is the nth shell value? I already told. What is the contribution of the screening value? That is the 0.35. Okay, so finally the contribution of the particular, that is the number of electron. This is one tabular column. This is the group. Okay, this is the group. This is the group. Number of electrons in the group. Then again contribution of this electron. That is screening value, right? S value. Then again electron to the S value. That is you remember that, multiply the number of electrons multiply S value, right? You reminded that. Okay, so what is that value? 1 multiply 0.35 equal to 0.35. This is the first one. Second one, what is n minus 1 shell? How many n minus 1 shell? How many electron is there? So you are adding that electron. How to add it? 6 plus 2, 8 plus 9. So how many electron is there? 9 electron. What is that values? That is 0.85 value. So you understand that nth shell value is 0.35. N minus 1 shell is 0.85, right? So you are multiplying 9 multiply 0.85. What is that value? 7.65, right? This is the value. So next shell is n minus 2 and others. N minus 2 and others. What is the n minus 2? How many electron is there? 6 plus 8 plus 2, that is 10 electron. So 10 electron, what are the, however the number of electron, what is the S value? That is the 1 value. So that is 1 multiplied 10 equal to 10. You are adding all that value, you can find the total value. That is 5 plus 9 plus 17, 17.95. So that is 10, 0, that is 18, right? So here 5, 5, 10, that is remaining 1 for 10, so that is 18.0. Okay, this is the value. So next one is, what is the effective nuclear charge? Set effective nuclear charge equal to, what is the formula? Z minus N. Yes. What is atomic number of this scandium is 21. 21 minus 80 equal to effective nuclear charge equal to 3. Okay, so this is first one is this is the sum how to calculate the 4s electron in the 3d electron. First you write the electronic configuration, then rearrange the electronic configuration 1s to 2s to 2p6. You are rearranging the electron, so that is the group number of electrons. So what is the s value? How many electron in the nth shell? N minus 1 shell, n minus 2 shell. You multiply, nth shell mean you can multiply. So just you remember that. So that is the screening value, shell screening s value, right? You remember that. Nth shell 0.35, n minus 1 shell 0.85, n minus 2 and others, the value is 1. Okay, so this is the box. You remember that number of shell, nth shell, this is the value, screening value, that is s value is the screening value. You remember that. Okay, using the calculation 3d electron. So this is the another one, how to calculate the another one electron. So another one, effective nuclear charge of 3d electron. They suppose they are giving the electronic configuration, you have to calculate the, they already given the effective nuclear charge, right? Electronic configuration. First one is the already given. Second sum, they already given the effective nuclear electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, then 3d1, 4s2. Okay, so this is the given electronic configuration. You can calculate the 3d electron. 3d electron uடைய effective nuclear charge you have to calculate. Effective nuclear charge. 3d effective nuclear charge, right? So how to calculate? This is one. First you grouping that element 3s to 3d. So here that is the outermost shell. So from 3d orbital means you can numbering that one. This is the nth shell. This is n minus 1, right? So remaining all, this is n minus 2, this is n minus 3. Remaining all the other elements. So first one is, this is the nth shell. So nth shell we are going to calculate the 3d1. So number of electron in the nth shell. So again you write the tabular column. I don't want the write again. So that is n value. How many electron is there in nth shell? 1 electron. So that is no electron. 1 electron is leaving. So remaining no electron, that is 0. What is that value? 0.35. You are multiplying the electrons in the 0 multiply 0.35 equal to 0. Okay, the first value will be 0. Second value n minus 1 and others. How many electrons are there? So calculate the other one. That is 8. 8, 8, 16 plus 2, that is 18. Okay, so that is the 18 electrons is present. So the value is 1. 1 into 18 is equal to 18. The total S value is 18. So S value, so this is the S value become 18. So what is effective nuclear charge? Set effective nuclear charge. So that is equal to set minus S. What is set? Atomic number. So the atomic number, no need to atomic number. So just you are adding all that number. Okay. 2 plus 2, 8 plus 10, 10, 20, 21. So this is also scandium. So the atomic number is 21 minus 80 is equal to effective nuclear charge of d orbital. That is effective nuclear charge is equal to 3. Okay. The effective nuclear charge of scandium for any other element become 3. Okay. So this is the another one. So this is called as Slater rule. So electron of interest of the d and f orbital, that is 0 of the s electron. So here also some calculation charge is there. So that is the electron group, electron of interest of either s orbital and p orbital, n minus 1, n minus 2, the elements already given. This is the shielding effect from the inner shell electron, that is the Slater rule. Okay, so this is the another one. So okay, see the next video. So how it will vary in the group and the period, we see the next video. Okay, so next topic is ionic radius, that is how to calculate the ionic radius of that atom in an ionic compound. So how to calculate the ionic radius using the Pauling method. So Pauling, what is the Pauling method? From there, ionic distance between the nuclei of the, what is meant by ionic radius? So internuclear distance between the internuclear ionic distance between the nuclei of cation and anion. So that is called as ionic radius. Okay, so the Pauling, how to calculate? They considered two ionic radius. Okay, so the distance is equal to radius of cation. What is mean? Internuclear distance of cation and radius of anion. Okay, so that is anion, that is minus. This is the first equation, internuclear distance of the cation and ion, where D is equal to distance between the two ions, right? Distance between the center of the nucleus, nucleus of cation C plus and anion A minus. Okay, so and another one is what is Pauling assumed, that is the internuclear distance, that is the nuclear crystal sodium chloride. How to write? Na plus and Cl minus. We can write like this. What is the atomic number of this Na? Sodium is 11, right? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So Na plus means what is the electronic configuration? 2, 8. The same thing chlorine also. Chlorine atomic number is, what is the chlorine atomic number? So that is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. Okay, so how to write the electronic configuration? That is 17. Chlorine 17. Okay, so chlorine Cl minus. Cl minus means the gain one electron. So what is the electronic configuration? 2, 8, 8. Okay, so that is the electronic configuration. So here the outermost, this is the octet configuration. This is also octet configuration, 2, 8, 8. So that is the effective nuclear charge felt is the radius of the cation. Radius of the cation is inversely proportional to the effective nuclear charge of cation. Okay, so radius of anion is inversely proportional to the effective nuclear charge of anion. Okay, so what is meant by effective nuclear charge? What is the formula of effective nuclear charge? Equal to Z minus S, right? Dividing the equation. So this is the another one. This is second equation. This is third equation. And again, so dividing the equation. 2 divided by 3. Okay, dividing the equation. So that is radius of cation divided by radius of anion. So radius of anion equal to, so what is this can be? Come to upper part A minus divided by effective nuclear charge of C plus. Okay, this is the solving that equation. We can easily calculate it. Radius of cation plus radius of anion can be calculated. This is the Pauling method, how to calculate the effective nuclear charge. So first one is consider the two ionic radius. Internuclear, what is the internuclear distance of ion? Radius of cation and radius of anion. D is equal to internuclear distance between the nucleus of cation and the anion. So they considered sodium or chloride or potassium chloride, that they are also having the noble gas configuration. Na plus also noble gas configuration. Cl minus is also noble gas configuration. So radius of cation is inversely proportional to the effective nuclear charge of cation. This is inversely proportional. This is also inversely proportional to the nuclear charge of anion. So if what is meant by effective nuclear charge? Z minus S. Divided that equation, we can conclude that arc is C plus and A minus, that is the cation and the anion. So this is the another one. Next one is using this one, they are doing one problem is there. So what is that problem? First one is calculating the ionic radii. Ionic radii Na plus and F minus the NaF crystal, the interionic distance equal to 231 picometer. Okay, so this is the another one. So how to calculate? First one is what is the value given? What is the value given? So internuclear distance, d is equal to radius of Na plus ion plus radius of F minus ion. This value only they are given. This is the first one. Okay, second one. So we can write like this. So what is the value they given? Radius of Na plus ion plus radius of F minus ion equal to 231 perimeter. So that is distance already given, right? So this is the second one. Okay, so this is two value already given from this equation. What is the formula? We already know that. What is that formula? Effective nuclear charge, right? Effective nuclear charge of radius of cation, that is Na plus ion, radius of F minus ion is equal to effective nuclear charge of F minus ion divided by effective nuclear charge of Na plus ion. This is two value already. This is the formula. Okay. So what is effective nuclear charge? What is the effective nuclear charge? So effective nuclear charge F minus equal to Z minus S. Okay, first you have to calculate the effective nuclear charge of F minus. So how to calculate the F minus effective nuclear charge of fluorine? Atomic number is 9. How to calculate? 1s2, 2s2, 2p5, right? So how to, first you write the electronic configuration. This is the nth shell, this is the n minus 1 shell. Okay, so what is how to calculate the screening value? So nth shell means how many electron is there? So last electron means 1 electron is leaving, totally 4 plus 2, that is n electron, 6 electron. Nth shell, what is the S value? That is 0.35 equal to 6 minus 0.35. What is that value? So n is equal to, then again, so n minus 1 shell. N minus 1 shell, how many electron is there? 2 electron. What is that value? 0.80. 0.85, right? 0.8535. So that is 2 multiply 0.85. You simplify that. What is that value? 0.035 2.10, right? 2.10 here, 85, 1.70. Okay, you are adding that value 0, 8, 3.80. Okay, sorry, I forgot to tell. So that is F minus. Okay, I forgot to tell. So what is here asking the F minus. So what is the F minus electronic configuration is? F minus, how to write? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Okay, totally here 8 electron, this is 2 electron. So 8 electron, 1 electron leaving means that is 7, remaining 7 electron. 7 minus multiply 0.35, what is that value? 2.45. 2 multiply that value, that is 1.70, adding 4.15. What is the effective nuclear charge? Effective nuclear charge of F minus, that is Z minus S. What is the Z value? Z value, atomic number of fluorine. So F minus already is F minus, but atomic number of fluorine is 9. 9 minus 4.15. So what is that answer? That is 6.85. Okay, the same thing. Effective nuclear charge of Na plus. Na plus, how to calculate again? Sodium atomic number 11, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. Okay, so what is Na plus ion? That is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. So the grouping of this electron, so the nth electron, n minus, so the same values will be given. So that is, I am writing here, what is the value? That is 11 minus 4.15. The S value will be same for the fluorine and the sodium. So set effective nuclear charge equal to 11 minus 4.5 equal to 6.85. Okay. So next one is you substitute true values. This is the another one. This is one value. This is another value. You substitute the two values in this one. So here I am writing here. So radius of, what is that formula? Radius of Na plus divided by radius of F minus. What is Na plus value? Here 6.85 divided by what is the value? Here the subtraction is 4.85. So divided by 4.85. So what is that value? So you can simplify that. Okay, so radius of Na plus ion, radius of F minus ion equal to effective nuclear charge of F minus divided by effective nuclear charge of Na plus, right? So, yeah, what is the F minus value? 4.85. What is the Na plus value? That is 6.85. What is simplify that answer? That is 0.71. So, that is Na plus ion, F minus ion equal to. So, this is or Na plus ion. This is or F minus ion equal to 0.71. Now from this value we can calculate the radius of Na plus and F minus. So I am writing here. So radius of Na plus ion equal to 0.71 multiply radius of F minus. Okay. So this is the another one. So next one is Na plus. So radius of Na plus in substituting equation 1. First equation. What is the first equation? So that is the radius of Na plus radius of F minus equal to 231. So this is the first equation. Now you substitute that value 0.71 Rf plus Rf minus equal to 231 pm. Okay, picometer. So here what is here? One is there 1.71 radius of F minus equal to 231 pm. So radius of fluorine minus equal to 231 divided by 1.71 equal to 135.1 pm. So next you have to submit Rf value in this equation. So Rn minus value, substitute the Rf value, substitute Rf value in equation 1. Okay. So what is the Rf value? Rna plus Rf value is 135.1 pm equal to 231. So Rna plus equal to 231 minus 135.1 equal to 95.9 perimeter. This is the radius of Na plus. This is the calculation. Once again I am writing. First I am starting from this first one. This is the first internuclear distance of Na plus F minus ion. The internuclear distance only will be given, that is 230 pm. So D is equal to Na plus and F minus, or Na plus F minus equal to 230 pm. So that is already given. What is the, according to the Pauling method, or Na plus or F minus equal to effective negative charge, negative, that is cation divided by anion. First you have to calculate the F minus ion. How to calculate? This is the way I am writing here, but in your book they are not given. So this is the way they are calculating that. Okay. N minus 1, the nth shell, that is just using the Slater rule. But F minus means that is you are adding one more electron. So totally 8 electron. So the last electron leaving mean remaining 7 electron. So 7 into 0.35. So how to calculate once again? Total எவ்வளவு electron இருக்கு? 7 electron இருக்கு for F orbital. F atomic number fluorine. So F minus mean when ஒரு electron gain பண்ணா அது negative ஆகும். அப்போ இங்க ஒரு electron gain பண்ணிட்டோம்னா 2p ல 6 electron இருக்கு. அப்போ டோட்டலா எத்தனை electron ஆயிடும்? 8 electron ஆயிடும் தான் இங்கே எழுதியிருக்கிற 8 electron. So what is mean by last valence electron? Will leave 1 electron. So remaining how many electron is there? 2p6ல ஒரு electron minus பண்ணிட்டோம் அப்படின்னா remaining how many electrons are there? That is 5 electron. So totally 7 electron in this one. That is the nth shell. Nth shell 7 electron multiply 0.35 you, that is 2.45. So again 0.85, 2 electron 0.85 equal to 1.70. You are adding that one. So that is the effective nuclear charge of F minus, atomic number of fluorine 9 minus 4.15. So that is subtract 4.85. Effective nuclear charge of Na plus. So again sodium 11, the same electronic configuration. That's why I am directly writing atomic number of sodium 11 minus 4.15, that is 6.85. Okay, now you substitute that value. Radius of Na plus divided by radius of F minus equal to, what is that formula? Effective nuclear charge of F minus divided by effective nuclear charge of Na plus. Effective nuclear charge of F minus நம்ம இங்கே கண்டுபிடிச்சிருக்கிறோம் 4.85, Na plus இங்கே கண்டுபிடிச்சிருக்கோம் 6.85, divide that value, that is 0.71. Now you substitute these values in this one. So we can write rearranging that one. R Na plus equal to 0.71 into R F minus. Na plus is the substitute that values in the equation 1. After then it is the concluded, that is the F value find out. After then F minus value in the substitute the equation 1 again Na plus value calculated. This is the another one. Okay, so this is the calculation of the effective nuclear charge. So next we are going to see the what is mean by ionization energy. What is mean by ionization energy? Ionization energy. Okay, these are all every basic concept. So what is mean by minimum amount of energy required to remove the electron, loosely bound electron from the valence shell. So that is minimum amount of energy, minimum amount of energy required to remove the most loosely bound electron from the valence shell. Valence shell of the isolated neutral atom. So what is the meaning for that? So ஒரு எலக்ட்ரானை அவுட்டர் மோஸ்ட் ஷெல்ல இருந்து ரிமூவ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு எவ்வளோ எனர்ஜி தேவையோ that energy is called as ionization energy. So how to understanding this concept? So this is the metal, right? Metal. So metal energy in the gaseous state. So நம்ம ரிமூவ் பண்ணுற மெட்டல் என்ன இருக்கணும்? gaseous stateல இருக்கணும். That is ionization energy represent ionization energy 1. So that is become lose one electron, that is M plus ion plus 1 electron. Okay, remove that electron. This is called as first ionization energy. IE1 is the first ionization energy. So the successive ionization energy. So then again, what is meant by successive energy, ionization energy? Successive ionization energy, the minimum amount of energy required to remove an electron in the unipositive cation. Suppose now M plus ion, ionization energy 2. So that is M2 plus ion plus 2 electron. Okay, what is the meaning? This is again 1 electron. So what is the meaning for that? So that is removal of electron from the positive ion. That is called as ionization energy. It is represent the following equation. The total number, so that is ionization energy 1 is less when compared to ionization energy 2, then ionization energy 3. So what is the meaning for that? The effective nuclear charge, the cation will be the total number of electrons are less in the cation than the neutral ion. So that is the nuclear charge remain the same. Therefore, the effective nuclear charge of the cation is higher than the corresponding neutral atom. So what is the meaning for that? So here, say one example, that is sodium. Sodium 11, right? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. This is the electron, right? So I am writing the draw the diagram. 1:2 electron is there. K shell, L shell. How many electron? That is 8 electron, right? This is 8 electron. 1, 4, 6, 8 electron. Then again only 1 electron. Okay, this is the valence shell. So in the electron, this is the nucleus. Nucleus this electron is very far. So that is that loosely bound. So இங்கேருந்து உனக்கு அட்ராக்ஷன் அதிகமாக இருக்கும், இங்கே வரும்போது இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் அட்ராக்ஷன் கம்மியாகிடும், இங்கே போகும்போது இன்னும் அட்ராக்ஷன் தள்ளி இருக்கும். ஸோ அதனால் ஈஸியாக இந்த எலக்ட்ரானை நம்ம ரிமூவ் பண்ணிடலாம். ஸோ we need less amount of energy from the loosely bound atom from the nucleus. ஒரு ஆட்டத்துலேருந்து லாஸ்ட் எலக்ட்ரான், இப்போ ஒரே ஒரு எலக்ட்ரான் தான் இருக்குது, இது ஈஸியாக ரிமூவ் பண்ணிடலாம். ஸோ தட் இஸ் த அயனைசேஷன் எனர்ஜி இஸ் வெரி லெஸ். That is the first ionization energy. இப்போ ஒரு எலக்ட்ரானை எடுத்துட்டோம்னா இது என்ன சோடியம் என்னவா ஆயிடுச்சு, சோடியம் பாசிட்டிவ் அயான். ஸோ தட் இஸ் 1 எலக்ட்ரான் நம்ம ரிமூவ் பண்ணியாச்சு. ஓகே, ஸோ இப்போ என்ன இருக்கும், இந்த எலக்ட்ரான் போயிடுச்சு, ரிமைனிங் என்ன இருக்கு, 8 electron. That is 2 electron. This is 6 electron. That is 8 electron is present in the inner shell. What is 8 electron? It is a octet configuration. So that is octet configuration. Octet configuration. The next one, it is a positive, electropositive ion. There is more attraction, that is more stable. We need, so if we electron remove the, what is ionization energy? The electron remove the outermost shell. We need some amount of energy. But here, the amount of energy will be increases. We need more ionization energy to remove the octet configuration or the positive ion. Cation la irundhu oru electron remove பண்றதுக்கு நம்ம நிறைய energy. So that is the electron is, we need more energy when compared to positive ion than the neutral atom. ஒரு நார்மலா ஒரு ஆட்டத்துல இருந்து ரிமூவ் பண்றதுக்கும் நார்மலா ஒரு பாசிட்டிவ் அயான்ல இருந்து ரிமூவ் பண்றதுக்கும் we need more energy to remove the electron. Okay, so that is the another one. So this is the way you are writing. So that is we need more energy, that is Na plus, that is ionization energy 2. We need more energy, that is Na2 plus, because of this பாசிட்டிவ் அயான்லேருந்து ஒரு எலக்ட்ரானை ரிமூவ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு நிறைய, அதே சேம் டைம் தட் இஸ் த ஆக்டெட் கான்ஃபிகரேஷன். ஸோ வென் கம்பேர்ட் டு another one, that ionization energy is then compared to this one, this ionization energy is, that is Na2 plus. So Na2 plus, we need more ionization energy, that is ionization energy. So this is the way we are writing here the successive ionization energy, so up to it is so on. Okay, so this is the way. So next one is it in the periodic trend. In the periodic trend, it is how it will vary in the group and the period. So group, like how it will vary in the group and the period. So group and the period. So what is mean by group? Group, the atomic number increases from the top to bottom. Atomic number increases. So atomic number increases, the size of the atom increases. Here lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium. The atomic number increases, right? 3, 11, so that is 17, so 35. So here the atomic number will be increases from the, okay, the atomic number will be increases from the top to bottom. So that is the size of the atom will be increases. The size of the atom will be increases. The attraction between the nucleus and the outermost electron, less attraction. We need less amount of, minimum amount of energy to remove the electron. So that is atomic number increases, the ionization energy decreases from top to bottom. So that is ionization energy decreases in the group. Okay, in the same trends in the period. How it will in the change in the period? What is period? The nuclear charge will be increases. So what is nuclear charge? I already told, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and another one is fluorine, then helium, neon. Okay, so this is the element in the period. So that is the left to right. But here the lithium 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the electrons are adding in the same subshell. So only this is first is the second period. Now the 3 electron is there, then 4, then 5, then 6, then so that is more attraction with the nucleus and the outermost electron. So that is nuclear charge will be increases from left to right. The nuclear charge will be increases. So more attraction with the nucleus and the outermost electron. So அப்போ என்ன இருக்கும் டைட்டாக பைண்ட் ஆகி இருக்கும். ஸோ அப்போ எனர்ஜி எவ்வளோ கொடுக்க வேண்டியது இருக்கும் we need more energy to remove the electron from the outermost shell. So that is the reason from left to right. From left to right, ionization energy that is increases. What is the reason? The nuclear charge will be increases, attraction will be more with the nucleus and the outermost electron, so tightly bond with the nucleus. So we remove the electron means we give more energy to remove the electron. So that is the reason from left to right ionization energy increases. Okay, so this is the way. So writing the ionization energy. Okay, so this is the another one. So we see the next video. Another one, ionization enthalpy and ionization electronegativity. We can see the next video. Thank you, children.